Hey guys, so I finished up another journal and I wanted to go through it super quick with you guys. I also wanted to let you know that this little notebook is part of the well-inked box that's been delayed. Um, I wanted to thank you guys for your support. When Chelsea and I started doing Well Ink Box, we knew that getting products and getting things out on time would be an issue, but it's proven to be way more challenging than we thought. With this box that should have gone out weeks ago, we've had things held up at customs. We've had things where we order a large quantity and get five, and then they're out of stock and stuff. And it's been ridiculous. And I wanted to thank everyone for their continued support and their continued patience. And so I finally have an official update. They should, fingers crossed, all be going out next week. But I'll keep you guys posted. If you ever have any questions or anything, just shoot me an email. And if you don't want any spoilers, then stop watching. You the This is not the notebook you're looking for. Anyway. So here's hop into it. This is a little notebook. It's quite small for me. Can't remember how many pages it has, but it's from a company called Paperways. They're out of Korea. And this is part of they call them, not M, they call them their compact notebooks. And so the idea is that this is kind of along the lines of a traveler's journal. You can buy, it's in the back here somewhere. Okay, so these are all the different versions that they have of the paper. And then you can buy like a folder from them and insert all of your different stuff in there. So, I wanted this to be included in the notebook, A, because I thought it was a really good, not notebook, in the box. I wanted this to be included in the box because I thought it was a really cute, really different notebook for the summertime. I thought, you can toss this in your backpack and take it with you. And it's a nice way to introduce you to the line. Plus, I'm a sucker for any like non-traditional paper. So what this has in it, I guess you can't tell because I've written all over it. What this has in it is a map of the world and this really tiny grid. And I thought the grid would be awesome. And then I decided to do a particular type of journaling that made me hate these tiny squares. I still love the paper. I think it's a really wonderful quality. It was too hard on my brain. So I started doing funky little bouncy letters. So that's been a thing that I've really liked. And I'm trying to practice doing more quotes and stuff. It's taken a while. I'm pretty cool with the days of the week now because I write them every single day. So at first I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just write wherever and it doesn't matter. And then I kind of started to hate it. Then I tried to cheat because I was like, so many squares, oh my God, by making these like lists. And then I kind of decided to do the hard work. And so what happens is that's a lot of words on a page. That being said, it's done now, and now that it's done, it doesn't seem particularly hard, but it was hard doing it every single day. So anyway, just lots of writing. So this was a thing. I did my very first self-portrait, which it's a blind contour, which is my favorite kind of drawing if you think you can't draw, because you never look at the page. And so that can be your excuse if it looks crummy. But I really, really like how this turned out. And I wanted to use where are they? These little tags from American Crafts. I believe I got them at Target in the US when I was there. And to kind of mark this little page. Now these tags are not my favorite. I feel like they don't stick down super well. And they're almost like too heavy. I wish they were less cardboardy, but whatever, it's there. See? Stay tag, stay. But yeah, just lots of writing, lots of writing. So then in the middle of this book, I am working through, where did it go? Sorry, reaching. I'm working through this, and I've had this for a really long time, and I would highly recommend it for anyone who does any kind of creative work, especially from a business perspective. So it's all of these questions about being a creative person, and a lot of them do delve, like I said, more on the business aspect. Things like the lead singer of the Flaming Lips has questions. There's some really great designers, comedians, writers, that kind of stuff. So it's really, really cool. And what I like about it is I write with a lot of prompts, but this is different because they're not the stereotypical prompts. Like, no one cares about what your favorite 5 movies are for like the 10,000th time. So this is lovely. And they had this thing where it was like, would you devote 15 minutes a day to ideas? And then I was like, yeah, of course I would. So I made this page, and then I did like 2 days worth, and then I stopped because some things just don't work out. Keeping a list of products to try for the company that I keep reading about in magazines. I'm reading a book on being a stoic, and see, like, I'm practicing a little bit more with quotes and how things flow and bouncy letters. Oh, this stuff is on my desk somewhere. Stuff. Oh, here we go. Found it. It is a stuff. It is called decoration tape. I picked this up in Vancouver at the Daiso store. I think that's how it's called. Daiso. And so it's like a little runner, like a little sticker runner, and it works really well. Yeah, or writing, doodles, writing. I got sick, and I've been sick for like like a week and a half right now, which is why my voice sounds like this. And it got really hard to fill out pages, and I didn't want to, and whatever. And like Saturday, I didn't do anything on Sunday. Monday, I went back to it, and I decided to just say whatever and just do what I could do. And getting back into it after even 4 days was so much harder. I think this post is actually me trying to break up with my pages and then being like, oh no, I actually need you in my life. All right. And these really cool stickers, I talked about them before. They're from Chamel. Sure. They're also American crafts, but what I like about them is that they're like clear. So for example, here, right, you can still see the page and stuff, which I thought was very cool. And then I kept forgetting to use them and stuff. And so I finished 3 pages, and then I put the sticker on there that said, well done, and then focus on the good, because just work and life have been particularly challenging recently. Writing has helped a lot. But I'm going through a lot of moments where just going to the page and doing the work I know is going to be hard. So I just don't want to, but then I finish it. And like I said at the beginning, I didn't think this book, like I started it on the 14th, and so it only really took me 2 weeks to fill it, but it felt like so much longer. And I'm probably not going to do grid paper for a while, at least not tiny grid paper. Like I thought, again, when I picked this for the box, I thought it would be really cool because you could draw and plan, and you could be as specific as you wanted, or not. The lines aren't intrusive enough that you can't just ignore them and write wherever. But my brain wanted to fill in all the pretty boxes. So yeah, that's it for this edition. I think I'm going to try something a little bit different with my next book. And yeah, thank you guys again. I can't thank you enough for all of your support and all of your kind words and all of your sharing. and for asking questions and sharing about Well Inked Box. And so we will have those boxes out, like I said, hopefully next week. And then the July box, the box that launches in July, should not be affected by these delays. And so that should ship like a few weeks after this one. But yeah, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, of course, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. And thanks for spending your time with me.